Farzad. You are listening to Not a Surf Live at the National. They're talking about their quarter century in the music business, the highs, the lows, the reinvention, the tenacity, the grit, the hustle. Take me back, because I swear I could fanboy with you guys for hours and hours. But I guess, Matthew, is it Guitar World magazine, early 90s? I want to get the ooze that this whole phenomenon came out of in Manhattan and Brooklyn in the early 90s. Take me back.
Well, let's see. So we'd been in a couple of bands before this one, and I was temping a lot. I was doing the graveyard shift, 1 a.m. to 9 a.m. at Bear Stearns.
Wow.
And I was supposed to go to bed right when I got out of work, but every morning at 9 o'clock when I left work, I had this hooky feeling, you know. So all I wanted to do was walk around and eat snacks and stuff. So it was a very tiring life, but it paid well, which helped us make demos and stuff. But then for this band, for Not a Surf, we decided that we were going to do it more for fun and get jobs that we liked. So I was lucky enough to have a friend who was working at Guitar World magazine, and they hired me, which was great. And my job was to sort of cover new music, which didn't always work out so well. There's a band I love called Blonde Redhead, and I wanted to write about them for the magazine, and we weren't cool enough as a magazine, so they didn't. But it was a really, you know, I was doing something I loved, and you know, and in that sort of feeling was putting this band together, where we were really, you know, we were ambitious in the long term, but we wanted to have fun first, play for our friends
So
first.
you and Daniel were pals in high school?
We went to school together. We ended up in the same school when we were 6. And Daniel was always in a different class, same grade. And but then we ended up in the same class, and then there was an instigator. I was thinking about this, you know, you need somebody to do things. And this guy, Stefan Deuet, who might be here, hey man, how's it going? Hey.
Dude.
So Stefan came to school, and he wanted to actually put a band together, you know, and I played guitar, but who knows? I don't know when I would have gotten around to actually doing the thing, you know? So we put a band together, or they did. I auditioned, I didn't get in.
Okay.
But then I did.
The first time, didn't
Yeah, the
you?
first time.
But but I mean, it was like, you know, Stefan had a heart attack machine. He had this, you know, badass Telecaster, and then he had a bunch of records that were just, you know, really important at the time. And yeah, I mean, I had a friend that kind of played drums, not too well, but well enough. And so then he was like, well, dude, you got to learn to play bass. And he just, you know, I just got a bass for my birthday from my mom. It's the same one I'm playing tonight, or, well, not tonight, but generally. And yeah, we just started listening to music and just playing the record, and then just playing along to it. And that's why the first time Matthew didn't quite make it, because he wasn't used to that.
I'd never done that.
Is it true or false that you didn't think you were good enough to recruit established drummer Ira?
Absolutely true.
Well, the thing is that you can't hold on to a drummer if they're still looking around. So you have to be, you have to keep their attention, you know?
They're like hogs.
But we
out from under you.
Because he'd been in like real bands, and then and actually I remember, I kept wanting to call him, and Matthew's like, we don't even have songs. We can't call him. We're gonna play with him for like, you know, two rehearsals, and then he'll fly.
I would have done it. I'm a drummer. I say yes to everything.